exchange, she seeks no meat, only a desperate, violent vengeance. She meets the prehistoric hunger with a fury that is purely mammalian. To lose this fight is to let the river win twice. She shifts her grip, seeking the few soft points in the monster's armor. But the river is the crocodile's domain. The giant reptile flips its massive body clear of her grip. Across the current, the migrating herds promise a future for her hungry brood. But the river is alive, with unblinking eyes. Submerged in the murky depths, the crocodiles remain perfectly still. Only their armored nostrils and unblinking eyes break the glass-like surface. The four cubs, driven by the searing heat, plunge into the cooling flow. Their small bodies are half swallowed by the turbid water as they paddle further. Their mother tests the silt, her movements slow, her muscles coiled with apprehension. She senses the shift in the water's weight and emits a low, guttural warning. From the depths, the river explodes in a spray of mud and foam. Their small bodies are half swallowed by the turbid water as they paddle further. She surges forward, her shoulders breaking the surface as she drives the cubs. To follow blindly is the instinct of the young, but here, it is a path to ruin. Behind them, the saltwater crocodile tosses its prize into the air, feeding ruthlessly. Violently shaking its prize to break both bone and spirit. They swim with desperate, thrashing strokes toward the rising slope of the shore. She glances back, her amber eyes wide with a mother's helpless rage. She can do nothing for the lost. Her only duty now is to the living. As they nearly reach the solid ground, the second crocodile surges from the silt. It snatches a second cub right from under the mother's flank. She stands as a wall of fur and fury, shielding the survivors. The crocodile retreats into the depths, leaving only bubbles and swirling currents behind. The mother stands at the water's edge, her breath coming in ragged, heavy gasps. She watches with eyes full of a profound, quiet sorrow as the river claims its toll. Glint. Beside her, the two survivors huddle against her legs, trembling and exhausted. But as they reach safety, grief turns instantly to a primal, white-hot rage. She pivots on the bank and launches herself back toward the killing water. She stands chest deep. The tigress strikes, a thunderous roar echoing off the mud banks. In this brutal exchange, she seeks no meat, only a desperate, violent vengeance. She meets the prehistoric hunger with a fury that is purely mammalian. To lose this fight is to let the river win twice. She shifts her grip, seeking the few soft points in the monster's armor. But the river is the crocodile's domain. The giant reptile flips its massive body clear of her grip. From the murky depths nearby, a second prehistoric shadow rises. She yields the water, retreating with a final, defiant snarl. She climbs the bank to find her two remaining cubs, huddled together. A soft, rhythmic grooming, a silent signal that the ordeal is over. The Siberian tiger is the most formidable of the bone. Between the toes, partial provides the necessary momentum to bring down large prey. An animal defined by its silence. The heavy, muscular shoulders are designed for power rather than endurance. A tiger can weigh over 500 pounds, yet it moves with barely a sound. Its skeleton is exceptionally flexible, allowing for sudden, explosive bursts of speed. A tiger may cross rivers several miles wide in search of new territory. The water provides a respite from the heat of the midday sun. Among the shadows of the birch trees, the tiger becomes a flickering ghost. Each pattern is unique, a singular map of an individual life. A master of the silent approach, it survives on effort and reward. Unsuccessful hunt must sustain it for weeks of patrolling the wilderness. The undisputed weight of the forest. The tiger's skeleton is a masterpiece of flexibility and strength. Its collarbones are small and unattached to the rest of the frame. This allows for an enormous stride and the ability to absorb shock. The forelimbs are thicker and more muscular than the hind legs. The SLC45A2 gene controls the tiger's pigmentation intensity. The leopard, a master of the disappearing act. Its coat is a complex map of fractured shadows.
These dark, rose-like markings are known as rosettes.
They mimic the dappled light found beneath a forest canopy. This allows a 100-pound predator to vanish in plain sight. Nearby, two cubs wait in the tall grass, their own rosettes darkening. At 4 months old, they are entirely dependent